Hey Kevin, hello. This is a really short technique workshop for you. We're going to go over some of the finer alignment points in a couple of poses that we're going to use in the longer video I'm going to make for you after this. So I just want to show you some of the things to keep in mind as you practice Warrior Two and Triangle. And the reason why I'm going over this with you is the best way to prevent injury in yoga is to have good alignment. And so there's just a couple fine points I want to show you here. If you can practice this against a wall, it'll help you understand what I'm saying. So Warrior Two looks like this. Okay, this is Warrior Two. I'm not the best person to model this because I have very limited external rotation in my hip. So when I do this pose, it tends to look a little cockeyed or a little wonky. But the idea is, okay, you can't see my feet. I don't know if I'm going to be able to let you really see my feet here, Kevin. All right, let's see how this goes. So your front foot, the toes are pointing forward, parallel to the wall. Your back foot is turned in. It's not quite 90 degrees to the wall. It's turned in maybe like 30 degrees off of perpendicular. Your front foot heel, if you drew a line, would intersect the arch of your back foot, okay? So that's proper alignment of the feet. Now, the part that gets hard for me is you always want your knee to bend in the direction that your toes are pointing. If your knee starts going cockeyed, that puts stress on the knee, and I've injured my knees from doing that. So your knee goes in the direction of the toes. The knee never goes past vertical. So like I'm showing now, that's too much stress on the knee. So the knee with the calf vertical or shallower than that is fine. Okay, that's safe. Now, the part that I have trouble with, if my knee is in alignment, then my hips go cockeyed. And that's just the way I'm made. I can't help it. But proper alignment would be both butt cheeks against the wall or as close to that as you can. So see what you can do with that, but prioritize the knee in the same direction as the toes. And then for the back foot, you want to prioritize putting weight on the back edge, the outside edge of your foot, so that the arch is slightly lifted, if you can manage that. But that's less important than the knee and the hips, okay? Then the other thing with Warrior Two, we want our shoulders directly over hips. Sometimes people go like this, and I've heard that's particular to our culture, which I think is kind of interesting to think about. It's like Americans want to go somewhere. I thought you could see me better if I did that. Let's try this. Okay. So we're not trying to go anywhere. We're just here. So shoulders over hips, arms extended fully as if people are pulling on your fingertips, okay? And then facing your lead fingers, okay? So that's Warrior Two. The fullest expression would have the thigh completely parallel to the floor. That takes years and years to develop typically. So anywhere you are, as long as your knee is not going past vertical. Okay, that's Warrior Two. Now kind of similar to that is triangle pose. And I have trouble with triangle for the same reason with my hips. So back foot turned out the way it was in Warrior Two. Front foot facing this way, same as it was in Warrior Two. I'm going to scoot back a little bit. And it's been taught to me, like, imagine someone's pulling your arms and you slide like this. So you're really rotating in the hip, and then drop your arm down. Okay, now the trick, and the part that I'm still working on, is we don't want our chest collapsing like this. The textbook version of this pose is both butt cheeks against the wall and your back against the wall. And not curving the spine like I'm showing here, but straight. So think of it a little bit like a twist. These ribs are going back. So that's the challenge in this pose. Some people keep that alignment and go all the way to the ground with their hand. A lot of us don't. You can see my hand is resting like mid-calf. And when we do this in the video today, I'll show you this with a block. So anyway, that's the idea of these poses. That's what we're trying to do. And you know, again, I'm not the best model, so do as I say, not as I do, Kevin. Okay, love you.